Hello, in this lesson, we are going to write sentences using the magic C letters. So when we write a sentence, we know we can't forget to use a capital, spaces between words, and a period. So we're going to start our warm-up practicing our magic C's using the magic C to make letters that will not be backwards. So here's our warm-up. We're going to make a C. Magic C. When your C is beautiful, all your letters will not be backwards. So here's a C. And then I'm going to make a C into an E. C, right? Touch, touch, touch. No floaters, no sinkers. Making sure it touches in the line. So here's my C. Then I round it out to a E. There you go, C, E. Now I'm going to turn my O. So first make your beautiful C first. Middle line around and you close it up. There's your O, C, E, O. Now your C will turn into an A. Magic C, fat and juicy magic C. Like my C, beautiful. Then I helicopter up, then to the middle line, then I bump down. Okay, there's my A. Magic C, boys and girls. What's after C? A, B, C, A, B, C. C after C, there is a D. So you helicopter up to the top line. There you go, my D. Now an S, I don't normally do capital S, but again, I just wanted to show you that an S has a magic C in it. So you start from the top line and you make a magic C from the top to the middle line. Do you see my C? Then once I got my perfect C, then I can curve down, turn it into a C. There's my S, okay? Now, we use the S a lot in our writing, but it's a lowercase s. But here you go. Make your magic C. But I call it my baby C, baby C, baby C. Then I can turn it to a S. Okay, there's my lowercase s. So once your C is facing the right way, your S will never be backwards. Here you go, magic C, magical only if it's not backwards. Magic C. Then I helicopter up to the middle line. Whoa, that looks like an A. But then I bump down, scuba dive straight down, and curve. There's my G. Okay. Then a Q. A Q has a magic C in it. Magic C, helicopter up to the middle line, make it look like an A. Then I bump down just like the G, but I'm going to turn the other direction. There, G, and there's my Q. See, straight line down, and I can kick if I want it to, or I curve, but just make sure it goes straight down, and then you turn that way, and you got a G. G, and there you got a Q. Okay, so there's my warm-up. I practice it slowly, making sure I touch the top, touch the middle, touch the bottom. No sinkers, no floaters. And then if I know that my magic C are facing the correct way, all these letters will never be backwards. Okay, now here we go. I got these bunch of letters bunching up together with no spaces at all. And we know that if you don't space, it's very hard to read. You can't tell where the words start and where it ends. So here we go. So I got all these letters. I'm going to use my finger space, because every sentence needs a capital in the beginning, spaces in the middle, and a period at the end. Spaces are used to separate words. So I'm going to move this over. I'm going to move it over first. Move this B over there. Okay, so let's see. B, A, B. What's that word? Bob. See? Got it. Now I need to put a finger space. Okay, I'm going to move this over here. There's a D. Id. Bob did. Okay. Bob did. Here's his finger space. Bob did a Now I'm going to do a finger space here. D, A, B. Bob did a dab on. Lower it. On. Bob did a dab on. Oh, I'm not done. Can you leave it the way it is? Bob did a dab on. And you're saying, well, on what? Right? Didn't finish. Bob did a dab on dad's. Bob did a dab on dad's finger space. B, E, D. Whoa. Bob did a dab on dad's bed. What do you need at the end of a sentence? Yes, period. Bob did a dab on dad's bed. Dab, oh my goodness, that's a sentence. So, boys and girls, by putting spaces in, we can read this sentence. Before that, it was just a bunch of letters scooped up and pushed in together. But because we were able to space, you know, this word is Bob, this word is did, space, a, space, dad, space, on, dad's, space, bed, period. So now we check that we use our finger space. We have a period at the end. Well, let's check to see if we have capitals. Okay, let's see if we used our capitals. And when do we need a capital? In the beginning of a sentence and at a name. So Bob is the beginning of our sentence, and Bob is also the beginning, and it's a name. So that's it. So one capital, space, 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 period. Awesome. There we go. There's our period. We did our spaces. Yes. Space, 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 then period. Good job. So now we're going to copy the sentence, making sure that we use a capital, a space, and a period. Do you see any names? Yeah, I don't see any more names, only Bob. Okay. So now I'm going to start writing. But see, Bob is a name, so I must use a capital B for Bob. Here's middle line, dive down. Okay. Honey, B. Uh-oh, but it's a capital. How do I do that? Fix it. Just put the cap on the top. There you go. Bob. Ah. How do we make a B? Honey first. No one has ever made a backwards H. So if you can make an H correctly, then you can make a B correctly. Honey bee. Bob did. Okay, finger space. Did. Okay, a D is a magic C. So magic C, magic C. Helicopter to the top line. Did. Okay, did, magic C, middle line, always using the middle line as your helper. Did. Bob did. Okay, now I want to use the word. Bob did, that's a word. I wrote did already, finger space. Did, now I'm going to write the word a. Some people say a, some people say a. Bob did a dab. I like to say a instead of a. A. Okay. Straight line down, magic C. Bob did a finger space. Dab is a new word, okay? Magic C, because I want to duh. Magic C, magic C. Magic C. Helicopter to the top line. I got a D. Duh. A, magic C. Okay. Bob did a dab. Okay, I need a B, not a D. So b, honey bee, dab. Bob did a dab on. Oh, on is a new word, so you must use your move your finger space over. Bob did a dab on. On. Ah is a magic C. On. Okay, Bob did a dab on. Bob did a dab on. Okay, so dad's bed. Dad. Well, we don't need to space it because it's already a new line because I ran out of space. So I'm not going to start my new line. Da, magic C, helicopter up. Okay, duh. Ah, magic C. Oh, I want my C a little bit fatter. Okay, dad. Duh, magic C to make my D. Magic C, my dad. Dad's. Magic C, or S is a baby C. See my baby C in the middle line. Dad's. Now here, this thing's called an apostrophe. When you use an apostrophe, it says this, the bed belonged to the dad. So Bob did a dab on dad's bed. So the bed belonged to dad. Dad's bed. Okay. Oh, I need a new word. So I must use my finger space. Move this finger space down. Bob did a dab on dad's bed. Do you see how I keep rereading and rereading my sentence because I want to make sure it makes sense? Okay, if I need a honeybee, right? Honey bee. Magic C makes a E. Magic bed, D has a magic C. Helicopter up. There you go. Bed. Bob did a dab on dad's bed. Period. Awesome blossom. So we're going to double check if our sentence has a capital. Okay, every sentence needs a what? A capital for the beginning and a name. And you need spaces between words, and you need a period at the end. So let's check. Do we have a capital, spaces between words, and a period at the end of this sentence? Bob. Okay, there it is. Bob is a capital. It's the beginning of a sentence. Bob, and Bob is a name. Bob. Okay, space. Bob did, space, a dab on dad's bed. Period. Yes, I used it all. I used correct spacing, spaces, okay, period, and of course a capital at the beginning of the sentence. My sentences are correct. One capital, space, period. And that's how we write a sentence, making sure we use capital, spaces, and periods in our sentences. And I hope you are proud and your penmanship is beautiful because you worked on using your top, middle, and bottom line. Using the magic C will help you so you won't reverse your letters. So enjoy and be proud of your work. And you can keep practicing if you have more lines on your paper. If you don't like the way it looks, you can keep practicing because practice makes permanent. So practice it perfectly. So it will be practice makes perfect.